Alright, what's up YouTube? Alex here, and today I'm just going to show you my Betta tank. Obviously no beta yet because it's still cycling. This is kind of take 2 of this video because I had a massive coughing fit halfway through take 1, so sort of decided to try again. This is the product I'm using to cycle this tank, just to show you everybody. It's called Biomature Filter Starter, and its only ingredient is ammonium salts, which is basically ammonia. And you can buy ammonia from a household supplies place or a DIY place or whatever, liquid ammonia, but I got that when I was first setting up my tropical tank, so may as well use it. You can cycle a tank with fish food, but, and this is a big but, if you do use fish food, when it breaks down it produces phosphates, and phosphates are a main nutrient in algae growth. So if you do cycle your tank using fish food, expect to get a lot of algae at the end, because it will break down into phosphates and you'll get a lot of algae. And using the fish food methods is very messy, because when it breaks down it clogs your filter with crap, and then you have to go and clean out the sponge, and when you go and clean out the sponge you're losing the bacteria that you put there in the cycle. So it's best when you've just cycled a tank and you're thinking of getting your first fish for the tank when it's actually cycled, not to be touching your sponge for a while or biological media, because the more you move it and disturb it, the more bacteria is going to be lost. So I don't think fish food's the way to go. Many people do. Many people use it. You know, good for you if you are. I'm not saying you can, obviously. That's not what I'm saying at all. I mean, I know a lot of people who've had success with fish food, so go for it, use fish food, but the only problems are you're going to get a dirty filter and you're going to get some phosphate levels, so that's why I use that, which is a source of ammonia. And last night I tested for ammonia and it's about 5 ppm, which is what you're shooting for a cycle, about anywhere from 4 to 8 ppm, or milligrams per litre, as it's otherwise known. And then what you're going to do is test every 24 hours for nitrites and ammonia, and then when you get a nitrite reading, you're going to stop testing ammonia and start testing nitrates, and then when you get a nitrate reading you're going to test ammonia and see when that drops to 0, and when that drops to 0, ammonia and nitrites drop to 0, you're going to add a tiny bit more of your ammonia or fish food or whatever you're using, and then just see how long it takes for the filter to break down that ammonia into nitrite and then into nitrate. And once that time is under about, I don't know, I think it's something like 3 or 4 hours, I'm not sure, to be honest. You want to go look that up, don't take my word for that please. Once it's breaking it down fast enough, basically, you can then start adding your first hardy fish. Obviously this is a fishless cycle. If I was doing a fish cycle, I'd fill the tank with water, wait a couple of days for everything to settle down, check all the equipment was working, then I'd go buy some zebra danios or, you know, some like feeder goldfish or something. But I think that's quite cruel personally. That's my own view. Don't, you know, hate on this video because that's what I think. That's just what that's what I believe. If you've used fish cycling and you can do it safely and humanely or whatever, then good for you, that's great, because, you know, fish cycling is quite a lot easier in a way, but I tend to do this because I find it simpler, and I'm not worried about killing any fish or anything, so that's how I do it. So decided on a beta. I'm going to go for a red beta. I know I said I wasn't going to get a red beta, but I'm definitely going to get a red beta because they just look so sexy. It's amazing. I love how they look. Just, you know, that velvet red colour. They just look amazing. So I'm going to get one of those. And at my shop I think they are veal tails betas, or veal tail Siamese fighting fish. And that's what I'm going to be getting. And I'm thinking about getting some ember tetras. Now if you don't know about ember tetras, they are quite a recent discovery in the aquatic industry, and they're found in Brazil in river tributaries and sort of black dark water, and they'll be fine with betas. And the great thing about ember tetras is they are a dwarf tetra, which means they will not get any bigger than is said 2 centimeters, which is about that. If I put that, they get about this big, whereas neons probably get about there, maybe. about 5-6 centimeters. So they get a lot smaller. They're like a nice orange colour with a big orange stripe through the middle. Yeah, I think they're going to go nicely with the betta fish, so that's what I've decided to get. I could have got Harlequin rasboras, but again, rasboras get to like this big, fully grown. They do get quite big if you know, give them enough space. So I'm thinking maybe like 5 of those in this tank's a little bit cruel. So I'm going to go with the Ember Tetras, which get a lot smaller. They're not fin nippers. I've checked that out, and should be good for the betta. So I'll do another update when, you know, anything interesting happens here. I put the shelf back on here, so I've got like my folder with like water parameters and stuff I keep track of in there. Yeah, I'm a bit too organised. Air pump, test kits, stuff I'm using, CO2 for that tank, bubble counter is just there, that goes up there, and then back there is my lighting starter, and then obviously the T8's in there, and I've ordered obviously a new hood for this tank, because this is just a cheap plastic hood that came with it, and it's all cut and ruined because I cut it out for what I was using it for before. Also there's a big hole there, I'm just covering that for the minute with this folder. And getting a new hood, I'm getting a Clear Seal Crown hood, 18 by 10, so it's a pretty small tank, it's about 30 litres. And that's got room for one fluorescent strip, and this is a 15-inch fluorescent strip, and with the caps on the end, it only comes to here and there, so I've got plenty of room. Yeah, so this strip is, I think, I'll take a look actually, it's 14 watts. Yeah, it's 14 watts. It's 18,000 K, which is quite high, but it says ideal for planted aquariums and freshwater aquariums, so it's not a marine bulb. Those are the different types they make. Flora Glow is 2,800 K, Sun Glow, Life Glow. Life Glow is at 6,700. Then there's the Aqua Glow, which is what I've got, which is 18,000 K. So I don't know, is that quite high? If you guys want to tell me, I'm not sure. But all I can tell you is I'm running that bulb, the exact same type bulb in this goldfish tank. It looks a lot dimmer than there because of all the plants in that tank, which shade it really good. But it is actually this colour. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. If you could like, comment and subscribe, and be sure to go check out my channel and other videos. Thank you.